I have been super depressed and I have been undergoing a lot of mental anguish and being frustrated about things. And I just really think that now is a good time for me to actually start talking about the positives because I don't address the positives a lot. I always get in front of the camera and just start rambling about all the bad things that are happening and then try to sprinkle in the positives at the ending. But so I'm going to try my best to do like a video about nothing but positivity this time around because like I mean like I said I'm still undergoing a lot of bad things, but there are good things that are happening. And I really feel like maybe not for you, but I need this for me. This is basically me doing positive affirmations for myself because after having a conversation with my girlfriend the other day, I realized I actually, like, it's not that terrible. It's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can challenge the bad things that are happening to me with, because I it's not like I have a place. I have my own apartment. I've always had roommates, and I've somehow managed to keep a place to myself for like over 5 months. Like that's an accomplishment. I mean, granted, it's there's a lot of hangups about the situation in context of the situation. I mean, like I'm in financial heck, but the fact is, I still have a place. I can still say that I had a place of my own for a while now, for a short while now. And if I'm getting more hours at my job, at least I like to think that I am. I check my and they change the schedule up so often, but it's like I like to think I'm getting more hours at my job, which means I might get I might there might be something that actually works out in my favor a little bit. You know what I mean? And also, I literally live 20 minutes away from my dream. Granted, I haven't been able to go there for a while, but I I'm there. Like I'm once the money starts like rolling in a little bit, I can actually start going back. This is me trying to be positive. Wow, even in my positivity, I still somehow managed to like outline the hangups. But the fact of the matter is that I mean, clearly, you know, being clearly like acknowledging that bad things is happening is going to probably like I need to balance it out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm acknowledging the good things that are happening to me right now. Because like I said, I got this place 20 minutes away from my dream. All I gotta do is just like get the money to actually go. I can like I said, I have a girlfriend now and I've had a girlfriend for a while now. It's just I got 400 subscribers on YouTube. For a time, that I did not think that I was gonna even break past like 100, if not 200. Now I got 400, and I don't know where it came from. I'm starting to think that maybe some people are actually like looking at my videos and realizing, oh snap! I mean, yeah, maybe he's not that bad. I hope whatever. But it's just a sheer fact that these things are actually happening. Um, but yeah, like you know, I like I said, it is a challenge. I ain't gonna lie, it is a challenge to try to like be positive because I'm so used to because like bad things and good things happen simultaneously for me. Like I say, right now I got this place, but I'm also financially destitute. So it's like I kind of balance, but it's like I'm financially destitute, but I'm financially destitute in my own apartment instead of being financially destitute in my car because when I was in the car, it was summer at the time and I was getting cooked. I don't know if it's still there, but I used to have like I had a little something going on there. But yeah, the farmer tan, by the way, is from years of working at Walmart. Pushing shopping carts outside. But yeah, there's that, and I also it's like if things do go really bad for me, I still have a home to go back to. That's also a really good feeling. Like my like I can always sort of like go back home and just sort of do things and back earlier this week I really had it in my head that like I earlier this week I really had it in my head that going back home after trying to do the thing that I really wanted to do and like going back home was kind of like a lick my wounds. Oh my God, this is a failure moment. But it's like I realized I'm talking with my brother the other day that it actually isn't. Like take your losses and learn from them. That's something I'm going to actually like keep in mind from now on. Like my brother actually took some time to, in his own special way, uh, address that to me. So that really does help a little bit. So it's like I really do like I need it. Like I said, if this doesn't work for you, that's fine. But I need this for myself. Number one, I'm alive. I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I've somehow managed to live this long with all of my failures accomplished, like all of my failures and everything else. I managed to somehow still be alive. Like I could be shot to death by a police officer. I could have ended my own life. Something could have like things. Like I could like be dead on the street with absolutely like no video diary series used to maintain who I was and stuff like that. But instead, I'm still here, still alive, still doing the things, and I'm 20 minutes away from trying to accomplish my dream on a regular basis if I can actually financially support it. But that's the thing. I'm still alive, and I'm still alive. No crime. Like I have no criminal records. I haven't done any. I haven't. I don't think I've done anything wrong. But granted, I'm still black, so it's like there goes the balance again. Like I live in a nation that wants me like murdered, and somehow I managed to survive. I feel like that's a flex in itself. I mean, I live in a nation that is like, we're gonna vote for the greatest, most racist president on the planet, and you're gonna get destroyed, liberal. And I'm gonna be like, still here. So there's that. Like I said, I still have my car. I still have my car. Whew. Like it's not terrible. I mean, things are just like I'm getting like I'm slipping and falling, but I'm slipping and falling on even ground. I'm not slipping and falling on a stairwell. You know what I mean? Or an escalator. Actually, I'm not slipping. Which one is it? The escalator is the stairwell that moves, right? I didn't slip and fall on the escalator. I'm just slipping and falling on the ground. I can get back up and just dust myself off and keep going. I'm not slipping and falling on the escalator where I'm literally like in a perpetual motion of tumbling and rumbling while the escalator is just dragging me up every time. So it's like I am moving forward. I'm not a complete failure. And like I said, I'm close. I like to think that I'm closer to things going the way that I need for them to go than I am moving away from it. Despite the fact that in the process of me trying to get there, I make a ton of mistakes along the way. I think my worst thing is that like I don't consider myself a perfectionist, but I don't like the idea of making mistakes because I feel like if I make mistakes, I'm the only person that did. And and it's like because like I say, I look at other people, like I compare other people's best moments to my worst moments. So when I make a mistake, the first thing that goes into my head is, well, that person didn't make a mistake, so I'm the only failure here. And I am realizing that that's how I think, and I'm trying my best to think past that. I'm trying my best to challenge that perspective, and that's hard. That's a challenge for me. So I'm saying to myself, instead of comparing my worst moments to somebody else's best moments, I should compare my worst moments to my best moments because I actually do have best moments. I met Booker T and Rey Mysterio at the same time, just roughly like 4, 5, 6 years ago. Like I got a chance to encounter my dream job at least on multiple occasions. The goal now is just being able to get done with training so I can actually do the thing. I got a chance to I've worked so many jobs that I know what it's like to empathize with a common worker. So if I ever were to become successful, I don't see myself like going to the dark side and being like, well, you just need to work harder. You know what I'm saying? I know what that feels like. I suffer enough in my life that like I can empathize with other people who suffer. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like I'm not gonna be like, give every homeless person $1 billion. But if it costs $1 billion to just basically live here with basic necessities like water, food, a place to live, transportation, healthcare, education, and the like, like give them that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it costs $1 billion to do basic things, give these people $1 billion. But if it doesn't, then give them enough to be able to survive off of. $7.25 for an hourly wage is not right. Don't do that. But yeah, like I said, it's like I do believe, like, and I also believe in karma. You know what I mean? Like, it took me a while to realize, like I realize now that I did some things. I messed up. I did some dumb things to people, and I'm getting it back. You know what I'm saying? I can acknowledge the fact that like I'm getting it back. This is, the universe conducting its justice. I just, I personally hope that, I'm not the only person that is conducting its justice too, but I'm willing to acknowledge the fact that I did make mistakes. I did mess up. I did do things wrong. I did hurt people back in the day. And I do feel bad about those things now because I'm starting to realize I'm getting hurt now. You know what I mean? Like, so like it's a very so it's like because I feel like because of the fact that I'm aware that karma exists and that bad things are capable of happening to everybody, or rather, bad things are capable of happening to everybody who does wrong. I assume I'm willing to acknowledge the fact that like some of this stuff I do deserve. I just wish I also deserved good things. It's like, can I get the good things too? Is it cool if I can, like, all I'm asking for is at least an extra $1,000 if you got it. I mean, like, sure. I mean, you're punching me in the face and you're taking all my money and you're making me miserable. But also, can I get $1,000 from you? But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, like I said, this is. I gotta be a little bit more. I gotta be more positive. I gotta think. I have to realize that there's more to life than the misery that is being presented in front of me. I have to be able to see that it is a sunny day outside. You know what I mean? I shouldn't look at the sunny day outside and go, yeah, but it might rain soon. I just sometimes I just gotta embrace the fact that it's sunny out. You know, so that's the challenge, but it's not impossible. I mean, like I say, bad things are still happening. Bad things are like I'm aware that acknowledging the good things doesn't necessarily stop the bad things, but it can balance out my perspective so that I don't think everything is that terrible. Because apparently, thinking that everything is terrible kind of makes things worse. I don't know where I was going with this, but positive affirmations. Number one, you're alive. Number two, you got your place. Number three, you're 20 miles away from your dream job. Number four, you get a chance to actually like you get it like you somehow managed to like make every single mistake in a nation that wants you dead, and I'm still here. I've managed to make almost roughly every mistake that I could ever make in a nation that wants me to work myself to death, and I've somehow managed to not die yet. That's a flex. That's a flex. I'm not gonna say I won the game, but I can say that I can still play, and that's I can only get better. So there's that. Yeah, yeah, I can still play. All right, y'all be easy.